Yes, students, today we are going to see a few more numericals from the book. Turn to page number 198 and example number 61. So we'll just do the example questions, whatever the questions which we have here, so that you can try to understand what it is given here. I'm just reading this question. A ball is thrown from the top of a tower with an initial velocity of 10 meter per second at an angle of 30 degrees above the horizontal. It hits the ground at a distance of 17.3 from the base of the tower. Calculate the height of the tower. So it is asked to calculate the height of the tower. G is equal to 10 meter per second. That's what it's given here. So how do we do this? We need to try to draw the diagram here. The diagram is already given here in the book. So we already know this diagram. So from the top of the tower, you just strike the ball, you throw the ball with the velocity of u with the angle of 30 degrees. So you get the horizontal component, you got a vertical component, and then the ball goes and strikes here. Yesterday also we saw some of the numericals based on this. The range is given here. So the question is, calculate the height of the tower. How much is the height we need to calculate? So let us draw the diagram first of all and then continue. So this is the diagram which I have drawn for you here. U cos theta, U cos 30, and vertical is U sin 30. The range is given here as 17.3 meters. How to calculate the height of the tower? This is question mark. Now it is already given here as 10 meter per second. The velocity is given, range is given. This is very important. When you have range, you can sort of easily calculate what is the formula of range and then try to find out what could be the next thing we can find out. Range is going to be equal to u cos theta into time period. You can get time out of the range because you know, cos theta you know. You can get time out of the range. When you know time, then you can find the height also. So to find time, first of all, so to find time. How to find the time? Range is going to be equal to u cos theta into capital T. So 17.3 is equal to u. What is the u value? It is given here in the book 10 meter per second. So here given here is u is equal to 10 meter per second. So then you get here 10 into cos 30 into t. So what is cos 30? Cos 30 is under root 3 by 2. So 17.3 is equal to 10 under root 3 by 2 into t. So what is t is going to be equal to 2 into 17.3 divided by 10 under root 3. Okay. So if we calculate, if we try to cut this one, it will also become 1.732. It will approximately become 2 seconds. So that's my approximate. This one, yes, it is 2 seconds. Now how did I calculate 2 seconds is, now look at this one. Root 3 always has a value of 1.73. Here also 17.3 is there. So you can get this as cut down. So 1.73 will be there. 1.73 and this one will get cancelled out. So finally you get t is equal to 2 seconds. Will be the answer. That is t. Now you are going to find out the height. Now yesterday itself we saw many of the questions of the same thing, how to find out the height. So height will have a formula. The formula is, the equation comes like this. Height of this particular thing is equal to minus u sin theta ut plus half gt square, or you can, if you want to say t capital, you can put capital also. So t already we know 2 seconds. Then height you can easily find out. It is going to be minus of, it is 10 is the u value, then sin 30, you put sin 30 into 2 seconds plus half, it is given g is equal to 10. So into 10 into 2 square, it is minus 10 1 by 2 into 2 plus half into 10 into 4. This 2 gets cancelled out. You get 2 here. This gets cancelled out. This minus 10 here and plus 20 here. But this is 20 here. So it becomes height is going to be equal to 10 meters. That's the answer. Height is going to be equal to 10 meters. That's also an answer here. Look at this. The answer is 10 meters. Alright, with this we finish this question. We'll go to the next question here. Right? We'll do question number 63. Question number 63 says, let's read the question. The trajectory of a projectile in a vertical plane is y is equal to ax minus b square, where a and b are constants and x and y are respectively the horizontal and vertical distance of the projectile from the point of projection. Find the maximum height attained by it and the angle of projection from the horizontal. So it is just given a quasi formula and you are asked to find out the maximum height and the horizontal angle of projection. So let us write this question as the equation is given here is y is equal to ax minus bx square. This is the equation. Now this is another equation you have to remember when we derived it is the path of a projectile. So the path of a projectile. Maybe you have to flip your notebooks, register to remember this formula, take it out, but this has to come by heart. It is tan theta into x minus. So the next one is minus u square upon 2 g cos square theta into x square. So it gives a formula like this, where you can say it is g upon 2u square cos square theta into x square. So comparing these two equations, what you can do is a, this is x, this is x. What is a is going to be equal to tan theta? It is tan theta. And what is b is going to be equal to? B is going to be equal to minus is there, minus is there. What is b? This entire format is b. So it is g upon 2u square cos square theta. So these are the two expressions that we have. Now we can find out the ratio of this. Try to find out the ratio of this and then you'll be able to negotiate how to move it out. So let us try to find the next step. At the same time, we need to know what it is asked. Find maximum height. So what is the maximum height formula? So to find maximum height. So what is the maximum height formula? H is equal to u square sin square theta upon 2g. Now this is something which you can try to figure out using this. U square is there, g is there. You can try to negotiate this expression. More than finding the ratio of this, first of all we try to negotiate this one. So this is the target. This is the target we need to get. Let us get this particular expression here. So u square you take it above, u square you take it above, g you take it down, and b you bring it down here. It is going to be equal to 1 upon 2 b cos square theta. So u square upon this one. Now when you wanted to have 2g here, because this has a 2g here, so what you can get here is u square upon 2g is equal to 1 upon 4b cos square theta. So this is the expression that we have here. Now if you have this expression, let us go ahead to find the height here. So to find the maximum height, what will be the formula here? So going ahead there. So what we are going to do is use the same formula. Write this formula, u square sin square theta upon 2g. So h is equal to sin square theta upon, instead of u square upon 2g, put this formula. That is 4b cos square theta. Now you have sin square theta by cos square theta, that is height is going to be equal to tan square theta upon 4b. Now that is the value you are getting here. Now already we know this is a is equal to tan theta. You can put this value here. So what is tan square theta? You get here h is going to be equal to a square. It is a square upon 4b. That will be the value of height. Now you are asked to find out the angle of projection here. So what is the angle of projection? Here itself you can find out what is angle of projection. From here itself you can bring it this one. This is the second part of the question, which says tan theta is going to be equal to a, theta is equal to tan inverse of a. This will be the value of angle of projection. And this is the expression for the maximum height of the equation. Moving on to the next question, we have example 64. The ceiling of a long hall is 25 meter high. There is a kind of a big room. The ceiling is 25 meters. It is a pretty high ceiling is there, right? What is the maximum horizontal distance a ball thrown with a speed of 40 meter per second? So a ball is thrown and it just scrapes through and comes back here. So it is 40 meter per second, and it just goes and scrapes through this one and then comes back. It doesn't hit there and come down, so can go without hitting the ceiling of the hall. It is just moving beyond that and then coming here like this. Okay, now we are having some parameters. 25 meters is given here, speed is given here, theta is missing. We don't know this theta value here. But you are asked to find out what is the maximum horizontal distance. A range is asked. How much is this range? That is a question mark here. So how to solve this one? So solving this one is pretty easy here. First of all, start with we need to first of all try to find out the angle here. The angle will be much more important here. Let us write the formula of maximum height. Height is going to be equal to u square sine square theta upon 2g. That's a formula here. Now let us keep sine square theta alone here. Bring everything to the next side. 2g into capital H upon u square, cross multiplied. So here g is 9.8. 2 into 9.8 into height is given here as 25 meters upon u square is 40 square. That is sine theta. So if you do this one, 2 into 5 is 50 upon 40 square. Here it is sine square theta. It is 40 square into 9.8. So you get this as a value. So if it is sine theta here, just put sine theta here and put entire thing into the bracket here. So this will become 40 will come outside of the bracket here. 40 will come out of the bracket. Now you have 50 into this one. So if you wanted to do it here like this, 25 into 2 you multiply 19.6. So 5 can come outside. So 5 by 40 into under root 19.6. So 19.6, you already know 196 is something which you can take it out. So this can be still worked out to become a kind of a proportion where you can bring out things outside. So finally you get into a value as 0.5534. That is sine theta. So theta is going to be equal to 0.55 sine inverse of. So that will be the way you can find out. So theta is finally you will get 33.6 you will get. Now if this is theta here, then easily you can find out the value of sine 2 theta and the range also. You are asked to find out the range. So range is question mark. Range formula. What is the range? Range is going to be equal to u square sine 2 theta upon g. Now sine 2 theta u square into 2 sine theta into cos theta upon g. So that is r. So r is going to be equal to u square is 40 square and 2 into sine theta. Already sine theta value we know, and then you can find out cos theta. You have to put the value here and then get this value here. So it is sine theta is already 0.5534. I am taking it from this values 0.5534, and then cos theta you have to put the value of cos 33.6 and then get this value here, right, upon g is 9.8, and you get this answer here, right? So you will be able to get the answer here finally. You can calculate and then get the answer here, right? Now there is another way of doing this one. I think you can still try to make this as a ratio here. Look at this one carefully here. Instead of 9.8, let me put 10. I am just giving an alternate method to do the calculation simple. Let us put here 10 here. Okay, even though you have written this one, this is the way it has to be written. I am just going for an alternate method to just look at the calculation whether is there any way to do it simply. 50 and 10 and upon 40 square, how it will look like. So it is sine square theta into 50 into 10 upon 40. So that's the way it is, 40 square. Now sine theta is going to be equal to under root 500 upon 40, right? The next one is, you get here 25 into 20 upon 40 under root. What you can get here is 5 is out, and here also 4 into 5, and then 1 4 also you can be out, into 2 into under root 5 upon 40. So what you get here finally, sine theta is equal to under root 5 by 4. This is something which is quite easy for you to see in a triangular basis. So what is sine theta? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Under root 5 upon hypotenuse, it is 4. If this is 4 and this is under root 5, what will be this one? You can find out this using the Pythagoras theorem here. So what is the Pythagoras theorem? It says it is base is equal to under root of 4 square minus under root 5 square. So it's going to be 16 minus 5. What is 16 minus 5? 11, under root 11. So you get under root 11 here. So what is cos theta here? What is cos theta? It is under root 11 by 4. So you get here in this formula 2 sin theta cos theta. Instead of this, you get a simple value here. So r is going to be equal to u square into 2 into what is sin theta? Sin theta is under root 5 by 4. Cos theta is 11 by 4. So you get under root 5 by 4, and cos theta is under root 11 by 4 divided by 10 you can put, because we took g as 10. You get an easy answer. This is 40 square. This is going to be 40 square. So you can cancel things. This is 155. Easily you will be able to find out the value of r. Okay. So r is actually 150 0.5 meters. This is another way I am trying to discover something different so that you will be able to get the ratio here and get the answer. The next question is, a cricketer can throw a ball to a maximum horizontal distance of 100 meters. Maximum horizontal distance. So it is, you can write here as, the range is given here. Range is equal to 100 meters. How much high above the ground can the cricketer throw the same ball? So the same ball he is throwing above the ground with the same velocity. How much high it can be thrown? So he is throwing a maximum distance here. We already know maximum distance is going to be equal to 45 degrees. So you got the range, which is 100 meters. It has gone here with that same velocity. Now he is going to shoot it up there. So if he is using the same u, how much high it can go? That's a question mark. Range formula is equal to u square sine 2 theta upon g. Now range maximum, if it is a range maximum is there, then this is going to be equal to 1. Sine 2 theta is equal to 1 for maximum range. So it's going to be only u square upon g. Now if this is u square upon g, so you get u square upon g is going to be equal to 100 meters. It is given here. So what is u square is going to be equal to 100 into 9.8. I don't know what they have given here. They were given here is, you're not given here anything. So it's okay. So you get here u square upon g, you get the answer. Right? Now even this one may not be needed here. Now if the same thing you try to throw the ball above the ground. Okay. So above the ground. So vertically thrown above the ground. If you vertically throw above the ground, what will happen here? So you need to calculate the value here. So how will you calculate? V square minus u square is equal to 2gh. Final velocity is 0. Initial velocity is u square is equal to minus 2gh, because g will be negative here, it's going up. It gets cancelled out here. So u square upon g is already coming back down. It is going to be equal to 2h. Now what is u square upon g? That's 100 here. So put this value here. 100 is equal to 2h. So height is going to be equal to 50 meters. So how much high it will go? Only 50 meters. Now it gets a very, very important conclusion here. If you are throwing a ball to a maximum range, whatever the distance it is, half of the distance, the same velocity if you throw, it will be thrown up. It can be asked in another question. Prove that the height achieved is half the maximum range. That can be also the question. So here itself it says maximum range is 100 and you get the same velocity. Height is going to be only 50 meters. So you get the ratio which is here for the maximum range and the height which is thrown with the same velocity. We'll move to the next question now. So you see here a fighter plane, question number 66, a fighter plane flying horizontally at an altitude of 1.5 kilometers at a constant speed of 720 kilometers per hour passes directly overhead an anti-craft gun. At what angle from the vertical should the gun be fired for the shell with muzzle speed of 600 meter per second to hit the plane? At what maximum altitude should the pilot fly the plane to avoid being hit? G is equal to 10 meter per second square. So it is quite a interesting question where a fighter plane is flying with a higher speed. It's going to be 1.5 kilometers, very high. It is 1500 meters at a constant speed of, that speed is also not small, it is quite high speed, 720 kilometers per hour. And now the gun which is here given a speed of 600 meter per second, it is going to be shooting the plane so that it can hit the target. So we are asked to find out at what angle from the vertical should be fired? What is the angle in which it should be firing? Now also, the second question is how much is the maximum altitude it should have. So we'll draw the diagram first of all. So as we read the question, we will keep drawing the diagram here. So let us see, aeroplane is flying here. So it is a aircraft, which is maybe a fighter jet, you can say, and it is flying in a very good height of 1.5 kilometers above the ground. And now here is the gun which is there, and the gun can shoot. So if it is creeping like this, then the muzzle can go like this and it can hit the target here. So it depends upon how much angle it will be given. This you need to find out. In fact, it is asked, the vertical angle is asked. The vertical angle is last, but let us first of all find out the horizontal angle and then get 90 minus theta. Right? So this is u. So if u is the value here, this is going to be u cos theta, and this is going to be u sin theta here. But theta is not given here. We need to find out the theta value. That's what the main thing is. Find out the value of theta along the horizontal. So this is going in a velocity. Let us consider this is going in a velocity of v. Now the time taken, look at this one, the time taken from here to here will be the equal to the time taken for the bullet to cross from here to here. So if that same time is there, what you can do is this distance is going to be equal to v into t. If t is the time taken, t is the time taken for the flight to go from here to here. Same time is going to be taken from here also. So what is the distance travel from here itself? The distance travel for the bullet to go from here to here, it is u cos theta into time. Same distance. So the range is going to be u cos theta into t, and this is also here. So first of all, write down, let v be the velocity of aeroplane or aircraft, and u velocity of bullet. And the next one, u cos theta, horizontal velocity, u sin theta, vertical velocity component. Now let capital T be the time taken. Let capital T be the time taken for the bullet to hit. Similarly, same time the aircraft takes from the point of gun to target. So we are talking about this distance. This distance is going to be equal to this distance. So you can write down distance is equal to distance aircraft covers. X is going to be equal to v into capital T. Similarly, distance bullet covers. X is going to be equal to u cos theta into capital T. You equate both is 1. Once you equate, what you will get here? Vt is equal to u cos theta into t. Timing will get cancelled out. So what is cos theta then? Cos theta is going to be equal to v by u. What is v? V is already given here as the speed of this one. It is 720 kilometers per hour. So 720 kilometers per hour, it is going to be equal to 200 meter per second. And what is this one? It is already 600 meter per second. So you can substitute here, it is 200 upon 600 cos theta. Cos theta is going to be equal to 1 by 3 because it can get cancelled out 1 by 3. Theta is going to be equal to cos inverse of 1 by 3. So you got the quite a close value of this one. Now if you see the answer, it is theta is going to be equal to, if you find out the final answer, you will get theta is equal to 70.3 degrees you will get. So to the vertical, it is going to be equal to 90 minus theta. It is 90 minus 70.3, so that's going to be equal to 19.7 degrees will be the answer. That is the value here. Now the next one is, what should be the height of the aeroplane? What should be the height of the aeroplane so that in the same speed, if it is hitting, it doesn't hit. If 600 meter per second is the velocity it is coming out, fly it so high so that it will never hit. What should be the height? It should be there. That's what it is asked. Now you need to find out the maximum height this one can hit. So you're going to see the same question in terms of the maximum height which is possible. So write down height is going to be equal to u square sine square theta upon 2g. So u is going to be equal to 600 meter per second and theta is going to be equal to, it is already 70.3 degrees, and g is going to be equal to, it is given here as 10. So height is equal to 600 square into sine square 70.3 divided by 2 into 10, and you calculate here, this will be approximately going to be 1599 something it will become. So in other words, 990 something it will become. So in other words, it is approximately 16 kilometers. So high, you cannot really fly that much height. So it is impossible to hit this with this speed of 600. You will definitely hit the aeroplane, whatever the thing is. If you can only go in above 16 kilometers flying high, then only you will be missing the bullet. So that's a question, quite interesting. So we'll go to the next question now. The next question is, an aircraft is flying at a height of 3400 meters above the ground with a uniform speed. If the angle subtended at an observation point on the ground by two positions is 10 seconds apart is 30 degrees, what is the speed of the aircraft? So an aircraft is going, right, and it is going with a height, it is already given here as 3400 meters. Now two positions it has been observed here. Maybe I was observing a position here as A, and then it is observing a position as B here. So there is a target here, there is a target here, it is just observing this one. So it is observing here like this, as well as it is observing here also like this. Now within this duration here, it is subtending an angle of 30 degrees. And it is taking only 10 seconds. It is given here, it is taking only 10 seconds here. So the time taken, it is going to be equal to 10 seconds. So the aircraft is gone from here to here in 10 seconds. And that aircraft is going in a speed of 3400. It is above the height like this. Now what is the speed of the aircraft, it is asked. What is the speed? So if this is totally is 30, you can calculate it as going to be, half is going to be equal to 15 degrees. So this is O, this is C. So you can get here as tan 15. Tan 15 is going to be equal to AC upon CO. So what is AC? We can calculate. AC is going to be equal to CO into tan 15. So what is CO? 3400 into tan 15. you can calculate AC. This distance you can easily calculate. This distance, how much time it takes? From here to here it takes 10 seconds. From here to here it is time taken is going to be equal to only 5 seconds. You know the timing, you know the distance, you can find out the velocity. So do it as a homework. So velocity is going to be equal to AC into time taken. You put this value, you will get the velocity here. Okay, you take it as a homework here. You can just finish it here. Last question now. A bullet fired, it's question number 68. A bullet fired at an angle of 30 degrees with a horizontal hits ground 3 kilometers away. It is given, what is given here? Range is given here. It is, angle is given here. By adjusting the angle of projection, can one hope to target 5 kilometers away? Question mark. So is it possible to hit 5 kilometers away? Now, nothing much is given here. Only theta is given here. So it is 30 degrees. It is U should be there and it is 30 degrees. Range is going to be equal to U square sine 2 theta upon G. So it is R is going to be equal to U square upon G sine 60, because it is 30 degrees is given here. So U square upon G. This is how much? 3000 meters is given here. So 3000 is equal to this much. What is sine 60? Under 3 by 2. So U square upon G is equal to, you can cross multiply here. It is 3000 into 2 upon under 3. So you get, this is the equation here. Now if you try to calculate what is maximum range? Range maximum. If you want to calculate the range maximum, it is U square sine 2 theta upon G. So this is going to be equal to 1. If it is maximum range, it is going to be U square upon G itself. That is our maximum. So U square upon G is already here. So range maximum, if you want to find out, it is 3000, 6000 upon 1/3. You find out this value, it is 6000 upon 1.732. When you do this value, you will get here 3.3464 meters you will get. That is range maximum. The question is, with this speed, if you do it, you will get only this much. By adjusting the angle of projection, can you hope to get 5 kilometers away? Maximum you will get only this much. Can you hope to get 5 kilometers away? Even 45 degrees you are getting only this much. No, not possible. It is not possible to get 5 kilometers. Using this velocity, it is not possible. Right? So you just have to give the final answer. It is not possible to do this one. That's enough. Alright children, I've just covered the example questions. I'll be giving you a worksheet, so you can do the worksheet and submit to me again as the date is given here. Alright, thank you.